Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and click the thumbs up button. I'm going to go through some of my favorite picks for the gold and silver picks. One of the comments was, hey look, what are your top 3 picks? And you know, I'm fine with sharing stuff. So I'm going to share my top 3 picks in the gold and silver area. So let's see what I've got here for gold and silver. If I was limited to only 3 picks, if I were to, we're limited to only 3 picks in the gold and silver area, what would I choose? These picks would be on top of my previous physical metals positions. And keep in mind, I am highly speculative with some of my money, and this is my speculative money. Do what is right for yourself. I am sometimes crazy with this portion of my money. So I'm going to prelude something here. I am a huge silver bull, big time silver bull. The demand out there in the future is insane. I think silver has some of the greatest opportunities in the future for price growth because of its wide array of uses in industry. Silver is 50-ish% below its all-time high in 1980 and in 2011. It's used everywhere in technology as electrical pathways in circuit boards, etc. I think silver is one of the most undervalued metals in history at this time. My investment would be focused around silver-based companies if I was only limited to 3. I also like some royalty companies as well. So I want a small silver company, and I want 2 royalties to reduce risk that are small in size. So my top 3, one of them is Discovery Metals. This company is located in Mexico, which is in a safe jurisdiction. It's a junior explorer, but it's larger in size. It's not a small junior explorer. It's well funded, it doesn't have any debt. It has over 1.5 billion potential ounces in the ground depending on price, and I think all of those ounces could be realized because I think the price is going to go where it becomes mineable. As prices increase, the reserves increase that are recoverable. It is pretty much a silver play, which I prefer. I hope the company extracts the silver themselves and doesn't sell it out to someone else because it's going to be a better value for the current existing shareholders. This has ultra leverage to the price of silver, and that's why I love it. This is a risky investment. It's not as risky as some of those startup companies. It's more like a producer because it's so large. It's got a lot of backing by billionaires, Eric Sprott and all them. But it is risky. It does have a lot of volatility. Since it does not produce, there is some risk there. Another company that I like is Ely Gold Royalty. It's a small royalty company. They have a lot of properties, mainly in Nevada. They make money off the price of gold going higher and when production expands. In increasing gold price environments, you're going to get both of those things. They are small in size and potentially have a lot of upside. I like some of the people on the board of the company. Bill Sheriff is one of them. He is the CEO of Encore Energy. Many mining companies, they have many mining companies mining their land and exploring their land. So they are diversified with that respect in terms of companies that are mining their properties. And they've got a lot of properties, and these royalties are going to pay off huge when the price of gold goes higher and when those companies produce more and more from their properties. Another one that I really like is Tootin Resources Royalty. It's another royalty company located in Canada. They have a bunch of properties located in the Golden Triangle. They have a bunch of companies that are exploring all of that Golden Triangle on their properties. It's a small royalty company right now. I think it's around 90 million market cap. They have many millions of ounces of gold on their properties through 4 or 5 mining companies. It may even be more than that, mining companies. But those are the major ones. It is lower ore grades for those properties, but I think the future price could really push this royalty company far higher because if the prices go far higher, they're going to be able to extract those minerals in the ground. So keep in mind, this is my viewpoint. This is what I want from those companies. I want leverage to the price. I want max leverage. My picks are in my speculative portfolio, and this is where I really push the leverage. I have copious amounts of money in physical precious metals, which are not pushing the risk profile. These are my favorite companies, and I'll be honest, they might not fit your risk profile. I'm pushing the leverage on them. If you want lower risk picks and you want exposure to the area, I would suggest SILJ or GDXJ, which are both junior miners, but they're indexes. And they've got a bunch of companies, and I think it will still push the leverage without as much risk if that's what you want to do and you don't want to follow the companies. That's a very good way to play it. So my conclusion here with these picks, I want to push the leverage to the price movements of that commodity as much as I can, and I really want to push silver with one of my picks. I want to lower risk diversified bets with the small cap companies in the royalty business. That's why I have 2 of them. It takes out the input mining costs and leaves you with a bunch of mining companies with royalty streams coming in the door from properties that they own or lease. I would be comfortable with only these 3 picks, but I'm also a bit crazy with my speculative money. So keep that in mind. If you're a lot less, if you're risk averse, if you don't want as much risk, go with larger companies than what I'm going with here. Or take an index. Those are both great plays. If you've got some crazy blood in you, let her rip. You can pick these for and put them in your portfolio if you want to. That's up to you. But I am very risk tolerant. And if I'm down 40, 50%, I just keep buying. I'm crazy like that. So when you know the ratios, when you know the value, and you get the tailwind behind you, that is when you go big. And that's why I'm going big with these picks. So if you enjoy this content, click the thumbs up button. Appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you are on the channel, comment below. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.